Thank you for
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Nice to see you again. เวลาสั่งต้องรอ
Yes, looks beautiful.
Our main menu, there is one menu, omakase pairing. Omakase pairing, if you choose omakase pairing, I choose 6 glasses for you. For example, first beer, second Japanese wine, second sake, rose wine, first glass. Can you choose beer or sparkling sake? Okay, maybe one beer, one sparkling sake is okay.
Sparkling sake for the beer for the
Our beer, its name is Koedo. Koedo is made in Japan. Sankimo. Sankimo is my method is very special. I boil with Brahen. Katsuo. I mix Sankimo, uni, and taraba. Namazake means no pasteurized.
Fresh.
Only one time. tofu,
Tofu.
handmade tofu.
Ah.
Tofu normally from soy, but
Ah.
this is sesame tofu.
Ah. Goma tofu.
Gomado, yes, handmade gomado. Japanese mushrooms, maitake mushroom.
Ah, maitake.
So, this soup I shake katsu by myself for this soup. Yes. Many restaurants use shaped katsu, but better shape ourselves. Before make soup, shape ourselves and put in soup. Better taste. Yes.
Very fragrant.
Yes. Yes. Katsuo, similar tuna, very similar tuna fish. Name is katsuo. Katsuo bonito, bonito fish. Freshly shape is very more good fragrance, taste good. It's tasty. I put top of daikon, packed don.はい、どうぞ。It is for tempura. Green tea salt, plum salt, and yuzu sauce. This oil is over oil, over oil. I made same herb oil, same method Italian cuisine herb oil. Boil, slow boil with olive oil, with over. Put with tempura. It's guy. We do by myself. はい、どうぞ。よっ、はい、すみません。This one is block and I slice. And I make two slice. And this one is I boil with soy sauce and sugar.
Okay.
It's my original. I never see other restaurant. Wasabi. Very big wasabi. When make wasabi, don't need push strong. If push strong is cannot make smooth, very hard. So don't slowly. finish, I marinate with kombu 3 days. So kombu has umami, so umami taste. This is like I aged around 1 week already.
เห็นไหมครับคิดนะ
Hamo is one long fish, very long fish. This is not eel, not anago, not anago, not unagi. It's from ocean. West side eat a lot. Tokyo, Chiba no eat this fish. No eat
เห็น
much.
ไหมครับ
There are many hard bone cannot take out. So before cook, I cut. This knife is a hamogiri. Cut for only this fish, only for this fish. Onion tempura. Onion is, if we do tempura, tastes very sweet. Hokkaido onion, from Hokkaido onion. For you?
คิว
Neko.
เฮ้ยน่ารัก
For you, normal.
เฮ้ยน่ารัก
because our some sushi tempura ホタテ北海道ホタテThisホタテ is never frozen, fresh. Hokkaido. We buy alive. This salt from England. This salt is not
Tay mưa
so salty, minerally tasty. Very expensive. Japanese rice also make Japanese water to cook rice. We don't use electric fry pot. Keep warm. So make sweet rice.
traditional pot
Like that. I never use electric. Two kind of rice. Rice is same rice, but vinegar we use two vinegars. One is normal rice vinegar. This one is aged vinegar. Malic, like apple acid. This is latte, milk acid. So I use based on fish. For example, scallop and lemon salt match this one.
with white rice
Aged tuna match this one. you say this fish? This is barb. Barb. Job. It's fish. Yagara. Its name is Yagara. Yagara. It has very special mouth. This part is mouth, very hard mouth, long and hard.
Looks kind of like shrimp.
It's almost from South Kyushu area. Top is sauce buai, clam sauce.
You.
usually in method from lower, right? Yes. Wine, very old history winery, more than 150 years. Second oldest winery in Japan.
อ่า
This wine is domain wine, made brewing, aged, bottle, one family, one wine.
อ่าโอเค
It's very strong. Please taste.
อ่า
Please taste. Please taste only this.
โอเค
More. More. I saw this. This oyster is sashimi grade. You can eat sashimi too. Because live oyster. But tempura is more. You can feel more tasty than sashimi. high boil, half over, slow cook. ヒラメヒラメ also ヒラメ many farm fish yes but this is wild is price cost around 2 times This like 天然 Japanese 天然 mean wild
อ่ะเทนเนนyes ฮิราเมะ
Starting is a very good match with the oily cuisine such as tempura, wagyu. Tempura, wagyu. Wagyu. Tempura. はい。Wagyu tempura is can imagine very oily, but my opinion less oily than steak because if we deep fry, oil go out. aged more than around 10 days already. Unagi. We buy live unagi from Tokyo market. Then we cut by ourselves. Unagi is a skill, is a very special skill. It's a little bit difficult cut unagi. So if you eat unagi in Japan, you have to go to unagi shop, right? Unagi shop, ramen shop, sushi shop, unagi shop. Because skin is different. Special knife. We need special knife to cut unagi. Dasai area.
Ah, I
Dasai.
see.
Also, this winery is domain. Domain means
Domain.
farm,
Mm.
growing, aged bottle through
Ah.
same company.
I
This-
see.
So they grow rice by themselves.
Ah, I
So
see.
rice is very good rice.
Good.
Deep fried with kadai food noodle. Noodle name is kadai food. Actually, kadai food is not Japanese noodle. Japanese product. But very good match with deep fry. Kiss. Plus hard. Sake roll. I warm with hot water.
Yes.
Inside is hot water. I don't warm pan. If I warm sake pan, taste change.
Ah.
If I warm with hot water, taste warm, not mild. Actually, Japanese food sushi very good match with sake.
Warm sake.
Warm. So, warm sake good match with honjozo. Not so premium sake. Honjozo mean add alcohol. Add alcohol. is sweet potato pudding ครับ strawberry and yogurt. Original my cocktail. Dessert cocktail. No name. Still no name. Strawberry liqueur and Hokkaido liqueur and yuzu. Normal green tea. But I lost. I made handmade hojicha. Hojicha means roast tea. This is normal green tea. When I roast change to hojicha. Normally, many restaurants buy already roast tea, hojicha. But I do by myself. It smells, fragrance different. Better to by myself. If roast, bitter taste gone. Normally green tea is very bitter taste, but this is not bitter taste. Mild. Old pot. Since from 200 years ago, when in Japan when we don't have gas, we use it for boiling water for tea. This is iron. Inside the charcoal. If we make water with iron pot, water change to taste for iron taste. Then iron taste water is very good match with Japanese tea. handmade 호주차 handmade 호주차
Thank you ฮาเซกาวะ
あ
ซั
り
ง
がとうございました
Thank you so much อร่อยมากค่ะ
ありがとう
See you next time
See you next time ありがとうございます
ค่ะ Thank you